Hello everyone, this is Pranesh from SNS Institutions, and in this video we will see about self-learning. In today's world, the greatest skill is not knowing everything, but knowing how to learn anything. Technology changes every day. New programming languages, AI tools, software and frameworks are introduced regularly. If we depend on classrooms or teachers, we may always stay behind. This is why self-learning has become one of the most valuable skills for every student. Imagine two students attending the same class, both listen to the same lecture and receive the same notes. After college, one student closes the notebook and waits for another classes. The other student goes home, watches additional videos, reads documentations, practice coding and builds a small project. After a few months, both students will have a very different skill levels. The difference is not just intelligence, the difference is habit of learning independently. Today, learning resources are available everywhere. We have online courses, technical blogs, YouTube videos, documentations, coding platforms, and AI assistants that can help and explain concepts instantly. The challenge is no longer finding the information, the real challenge is using these resources consistently and effectively. Self learning does not mean learning without guidance, it means taking responsibility for your own growth. Teachers can show the path, but you must walk on it. Every time you learn a new concept, practice it immediately. Every time you make a mistake, understand why it has happened and correct it. This process builds confidence and deep understanding. Always remember your college education gives you a strong foundation, but your career depends on how much you continue learning after the class. Students who develop the habit of self-learning never stop growing because they are always ready to adapt to new technologies. That is why self-learning is not just a skill; it's like a lifelong habit that leads to a continuous success. Learning something new is exciting, but staying consistent is where most people struggle. Many students begin with a great motivation. They buy courses, save useful videos, download ebooks, and create study plans. But after a few days, the excitement fades. And then the learning stops. The problem is not lack of ability, the problem is trying to do too much at once. Self learning becomes successful when you focus on small, consistent progress instead of expecting instant results. Imagine you want to learn a Python. Instead of trying to complete an entire course in one weekend, spend one focused hour every day. Learn one concept, write a few programs, and solve a small problem. The next day, revise what you have learned before moving to a next topic. These small daily efforts may not seem impressive at first, but after a few months, they create a strong foundation. Another important habit is applying what you learn. Reading about programming without writing a code is like reading a book on swimming without entering the water. You may understand the theory, but real learning begins only through practice. The same applies to communication skills, web development, system design, or any other subject. Build small projects, participate in challenges, and test your knowledge regularly. Do not compare your progress with others. Every learner has a different starting point and a different speed. Focus on becoming better than you were yesterday. Celebrate small achievements because they keep you motivated to continue. The students who succeed are not only the smartest, they are the one who remains curious, ask questions, practice consistently, and never stop learning. Remember, success is built through daily improvement. If you make learning a part of your routine instead of an occasional activity, your skills will continue to grow and opportunities will naturally follow. One question that many students ask is, how do I know if I have really learned something? The answer is simple. If you can apply it to solve a problem or explain it to another person, then you truly understand it. Reading notes, watching videos, and completing courses are only the beginning. Real learning happens when knowledge converted into a action. Imagine you have completed a course on a web development. Instead of moving to another course, immediately challenge yourself to build a website. It may not be perfect and you may face many errors, but every mistake teaches you something that no video can. The same applies for to programming. After learning a new concept, write your own code without copying from the examples. This strengthens your confidence and improves your problem solving skills. Another powerful way to learn is by teaching others. When you explain a concept to a friend, you discover whether your understanding is clear or not. If you struggle to explain it, that means you need to revise the topic again. Teaching is only the best method to improve your own knowledge, because it focuses you to think clearly and organize your ideas. It is also important to accept the learning is a continuous journey. Even experienced software engineers learn new technology every year because the industry keeps evolving. The students who stay curious, keep practicing, and remain open to learning will always have an advantage over those who stop after completing a course. Always remember, certificates may help you get an interview, but skills help you build a career. Make learning a daily habit. Apply every concept through a practice. Learn from every mistakes and never be afraid to start again. If you continue improving your skills little by little every day, you will be surprised how much you can achieve in the future.